She's back from paint. I dropped it off early May and I just picked it up the other week, so early September. It was with him for a while. It did blow out to be a bigger job than we was probably expecting or hoping. I think he was hoping to be able to work with what was there and work with the condition that it was in, but it did end up having to go back to bare metal everywhere. So I'll put some photos up now of when I dropped it off and what it looked like then, just to remind you, and some of the photos that he sent me while the car was being painted. But yeah, on a whole, I'm really happy with the way it's come out. There's definitely some bits that weren't hit because you just wouldn't normally, like down here where it's all just overspray from when the previous guy painted it white and wrecked it. So all this stuff's hidden anyway, obviously, but I will probably just touch that up and make it so that it's not blaringly obvious, just for when like if you can see down there, like here for example, you might just be able to see some bits of white, which, look, no one's gonna know it, but I'm gonna know it. So so right now, for the rest of today, or for a couple of hours today, I'm just gonna start putting some bits back together and start making it look a bit more like a car again. It is gonna still be a little while until it is complete. I've got to put the manual gearbox in. It's had its diff fitted, it's had its factory diff fitted, but yeah, I'll show you some of that shortly, what I need to do. I've got a manual engine mount, a manual gearbox mount off a car in the UK that I brought back with me when I went to the UK in May, as well as a bunch of other bits that I brought back, which I'll post a picture of now as well, so you can see all the bits I brought, including some EGT side skirts that are over there that have obviously now been painted, a phase 1 grille, I'll show you in a bit. I'll show you all the other bits shortly, some nice bits that I've got to go on the car that have been painted. The car's dirty at the moment. I don't think he had the chance to do the denib and polish on it, and I was pretty keen to get it back, so he basically said, look, get it on the road, get it running, and then once it's all done, bring it back to me. It's a lot easier for me to do it once it's a running car, and he can, you know, just have it for 2 or 3 days and sort it out, and then I might get it ceramic coated at the same time as well. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with putting some parts on, put the rear lights on, put the spoiler on, all these window frames, rubbers. I think these are all going to need dressing, and yeah, they're going to need some help to bring them up to scratch. Hopefully I can rescue them, otherwise I'm going to have to try and source some, probably from New Zealand. So yeah, I'm going to do what I can. If not, just keep going. And yeah, I'll kind of get bits for it when I can get them. But so the rear window came out for the respray. You can't get this seal anymore, so this is a aftermarket rear window seal. And then the front one, I could get this brand new from Rock Auto in the US. So I got this top one, and then these are just the standard, it's kind of side seals. Yeah, so I'm gonna get on and start putting some parts back on it. Yeah, let's see how it starts taking shape. Alright, a couple of little bits and pieces done. Nothing really from here. I fitted these new rubber weather strips. Start down at the front there, and they go all the way to the back. I got these because I got these from the UK off a wrecker car because mine were just covered in overspray from the home paint job. So yeah, just something that was nice and easy and quick to pick up and fit. That made a big difference on the car. So I've done that on the driver's side, and on the passenger side I've also fitted some new door strips as well. Again, picked up from the wrecker car in the UK. Again, for the same reason. They were coming off anyway for the respray. Mine were covered in overspray. Nice and easy to just fit these ones on. So yeah, happy with that. It's starting to look a bit more normal now, but most of the work today has been on the back. So rear lights on, spoiler on, boot lock on. I'm going to need a new set of rear lights because these ones have overspray on them and cracked there, overspray and cracked in there. So I'm going to need to get a new pair of lights. But yeah, happy to kind of be putting it together, making it look like a car again. So here's the two grills that I've got for the car: an original phase 1 and a Nismo grill. Yeah, so I want to be able to interchange them as and when I fancy it. So yeah, happy with them. The Nismo one is supposed to have a little plaque on the bottom of it, and shout out to an absolute legend in Norway that has remanufactured these 3D gel stickers. So that sits just there like that on the Nismo one. Yeah, so it's coming together. I'm gonna have to find a product to clean these rubber strips right up. That's damaged. I don't know how easy it is to interchange these. Oops, my finger was in the way, sorry. Change these out, or maybe just recoat them, or I don't know. At the moment, I'm just keen to get it back complete as a car, running, rolling, and looking pretty good. And then I think it's just going to be a case of like just owning it and living with it, and as you do that, spotting little things that need to be replaced or need to be refreshed, and you know, just keep it as a rolling restoration really. I'll show you what I need to do in the engine bay now with regards to the gearbox mount. So we're not looking too pretty in here, unfortunately. It was an open door respray, so all the inside of the door trims and the boot and under the bonnet and everything's been done, but nothing in the engine bay other than just around the wings, because the wings were done. There's a lot of body shop dust and stuff everywhere, but I really don't want to clean this car until I can do it properly, because with black, you know, there's the slightest bit of dirt can create big swell marks, and I really want to try and avoid that, especially with its first clean. So I just want to get it up, running, rolling, driving, and then I'll literally hose it off. I won't even clean it, I don't think. Just hose everything off and get all the dust and the dirt off, and then from there, then it can go back for its buff, and if it's good enough, ceramic coat. There are a couple of things on the paint that I don't love. A couple of things on the paint that haven't come out perfectly. I won't point them out, but You know, I want to give them a chance to fix them on the denib and buff. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But with the manual gearbox mount, so it's still got the automatic one on at the moment. I didn't realise I put the gearbox back in, the battery back in with its tray, but you can just see it there. It's basically a slightly thinner version of this one. So this is the one that was pulled off a donor car in a manual donor car in the UK. So it's just spot welded on. So a couple of spot welds to keep it on, and then this is a brand new manual gearbox mount. So the one that's on the chassis at the moment, it's basically like this but just a bit thinner. So the mount itself is thinner, and the mounting holes are also slightly different as well. So the one on that car, the bracket on that car, needs to be spot welded off. This one needs to be spot welded on in the exact right position. I'll get it painted. I'll paint it first just to protect it. You can tell it's come off a UK car. Rust everywhere. And then that can go on, and then I can put the gearbox in. All new drive shafts. Yeah, we're starting to get there. So yeah, slow progress. One weird thing as well, when I picked it up from the workshop, and all of a sudden now it's got no brake pedal, which I got no idea why. In fact, it's because it's got no brake fluid, which I've got no idea why. Was it tampered with? Have the brake lines? Was a brake line being cut? I don't know. It was sat out of his workshop for a long time, so who knows. Yeah, I'll leave it there for today. Hopefully the next episode will be more about putting the manual gearbox in, which will be a big stage for the car, so I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.